Right, well, out for another ride on the R12 Nine T on a very gloomy November Saturday, the 9th of November 2024. The UK, well certainly England anyway, has been shrouded in this horrible, depressing, low cloud for, I don't know, it seems like a couple of weeks now. I think there's been no sunshine at all in this part of the world in the whole of November, and probably a bit further back than that. But at least the roads are dry, which is a bonus. And what better thing to do when it's depressing weather than to get out on the bike for a bit of a blast. Very therapeutic. Quite chilly today. I think it's down to about 8 or 9 degrees. So got a few layers on. Don't feel too cold on the bike. I should think my hands will probably feel it after a while. I always do. But I've got some heated grips on this bike, so I'll pop them on if need be. Like most of us motorcyclists, taking every opportunity now to get out on the bike before the winter hibernation. No salt on the roads as yet. As soon as that starts, that will be the last time I get out on this particular motorcycle, which is actually the only motorcycle I own. So highly likely that once the bike is hibernated for the winter, that will be me done until probably, I don't know, entirely depends on the weather, probably March time. Some would say, of course, that you should ride all year round to be a real motorcyclist. I don't subscribe to that theory. Having ridden on and off for the best part of, I don't know, about 45 years, I know what it's like to have no choice but to ride through the winter, and it's horrible. So given the choice, absolutely no need to put yourself through it. Camera probably doesn't do justice to it, but trust me when I say that this surface is absolutely terrible, particularly on a bike like this, where whilst the suspension is excellent, it's considerably less forgiving than that of a GS and similar motorcycles. This should be a bit smoother now. The thought of not having to put the bike away for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, sometimes longer, is an attractive one. Being able to get out on the not so severe winter days. But I think to do that I'd need to invest in a second bike, some kind of a winter hack really that I'm not too precious about. Who knows, maybe for the future. Stonehenge coming up on the left hand side, very dull and murky today, so I'm not too sure how well the camera will pick it up. I have got the 360 camera on the handlebars here, so that might have a slightly better chance of getting something, but the cars in front slowing down to have a gawp at Stonehenge. Absolutely ridiculous. Get going, will you? Lots of people walking around it as always, even in this cold, dreary weather. Look at them. Look at them. Right, let's go. Get a ticket. So the wind blast, as you can imagine, on a naked bike at, what are we doing, 85 or so. It's okay, it's manageable, but you wouldn't want to be spending a significant amount of time at this kind of speed. Very, very tiring. But for short bursts, no problem at all. And if you want to tour, go on any sort of longer trips on this kind of bike, and actually this bike in particular, comfortable at 70, 75, with really no issues at all. Probably going to take it to France next year, that's my plan anyway, just northern France, Normandy. Quite a popular destination for motorcyclists, 2 or 3 days. And this bike will be absolutely fine, I'm sure of it. I'm going to pull over in a moment and extend the selfie stick out a little bit further. First time I've done that on this bike, just to see whether I can get those classic kind of drone-like views. It may be doing a pretty good job even at that length, but just for a short while I'm going to extend it out a bit further. Just find somewhere up here to pull over. Should do. Hopefully no tanks or other armoured vehicles are going to be trying to cross over at this point in time. Very gravelly here, wow. Perhaps just a foot or two. See how we go with that. It's making the bike a little bit wider, so I do need to be aware of that. Okay, just sync the cameras up a bit. 1, 2, 3. Problem with these cold days when you're on a bike is it does make your nose run a little bit, which is okay, but when you're vlogging you do start to get the incessant sniffing, which isn't great on camera. Chopper's Cafe here on the right hand side, which looks like it's closed. Many people know it's a very popular motorcycle cafe, extremely busy in the summer, but as we're pushing towards the winter I guess they pick their days. or maybe they're closed completely until the spring, I'm not entirely sure. Past them, have a little bit of open road, first time for a while. Just coming up to the beginning of Savernake Forest actually, just outside Marlborough, anybody that's interested. Quite a large expanse of ancient forest. Some lovely walking around there, good place to take the dog. Quite a lot of ancient oak trees in the forest. Some of them very, very old. In fact, there's one on this road, just a little bit further up here on the right. I'll point it out when we go past it. I can't remember what it's called. Something stupid like the Fat Belly Oak or something. I think it's reputed to be well over 1,000 years old. Quite an impressive, very fat oak tree. And here it is, just coming up on the left hand side here. There you go. Couldn't get any closer to the road, could it? Quite surprised it's lasted as long as it has. There's an old garage here on the left hand side where it seems to be a place where people like to park their bikes in front of the old petrol pumps for a photo opportunity. It's a bit further down actually. A couple of old petrol pumps. As I say, it's a photo opportunity, or was for quite some time. I think they've actually, here you go, you can see the old pumps on the left. The amount of times you see bikes parked up in front of those two pumps for a photo to pop on the socials. We shan't bother today. Hadley Garage. A lot of mud on these roads. Thankfully it's pretty much dry. Not really a problem, but you do need to be a little bit careful. Slow and steady, as they say, on these slightly muddy bends. As I say, in the main it's fine. Just need to be a little bit respectful of the fact that some of it might not be. another very pleasant ride today. Just about, yeah, could do without that. Just about 50 miles. Honestly, it feels like I could ride this bike all day long. But anyway, if you've taken the trouble to watch this on YouTube, many thanks. And please remember to like and subscribe if you can. Bye for now.